Alright, this is the StarTropics Speedrun Guide Part 5. This is going to be for the Graveyard. This is one of the worst dungeons in the game. A lot of runs will die here. There's just a lot of randomness. It's a very long dungeon, and you have to hope that you don't die. So right off the bat, we're going to go to the left on this first room. We're going to hold up first, because it saves a small amount of time. But we're hoping that we can kill these dogs quickly. That largely is due to randomness, whether they will come over to you or not. But they're essentially what the dodos are, just a bit faster. So if you're in their line of sight, they'll head towards you in most situations. Now we got two more dogs in this room. Let's see, the second one didn't want to line up for me, that's okay. So they do have a chance of overlapping, so be aware of that. It makes it a lot harder to kill them. So here we're going to just jump straight across the water. If we stay in that first lane, we'll be hit by one of two ghosts that are traveling across it. Easy room. That's all you have to do is jump across, head to the switches, and you're done. Now this next room has three mummies in it. We're going to attempt to jump across the water, go one block to the right, and kill the first mummy. This only works if he comes up towards us. If he doesn't, then we have to go another block to the right or maneuver accordingly to try and fix to his pattern. Yeah, let's go for it and see if we can get this. Didn't quite get it. Okay, so he went away. Now again, I do not want to mash the button here. If I mash, it's very slow. But if I time it, it's very fast. So that's all you're going to do is, again, time it, buffer your inputs rather than mash through. This next room is one of the worst rooms in the game, in my opinion. It's very small and very short, but it's got 4 traveling ghosts in it, and we have to hope that we don't hit them. I can't guarantee that I'll get it here. It's more of a felt thing. Watch multiple runners PB videos for this. But we're going to go to the right. Down here, we're going to wait just slightly. Wait slightly there. And then we're going to go down 2 blocks and see if we got hit or not. I got hit once, alright, that's unfortunate. Again, that's really hard to explain just via the video. That's something that you're going to kind of have to experience yourself and get used to the timing on your own. But that's essentially what the concept of that room is going to be. Now this next room, there's going to be a traveling ghost. All we have to do is go towards the entrance and jump right here, and we avoid it. Alright, so we go down. This slug is covering the entrance that we need to go through. It is not the stairs, it is through here. I'm gonna wait. You can normally just go through that without stopping. I stopped slightly, so I had to wait for it. These next couple of rooms are fairly simple. Hit the switch, keep going. Now, in this room, I do wait slightly on this for that fireball to go off, because I may or may not hit it. This is a... Okay, this is a more difficult room. That first spot is the hardest spot of it. I'll explain it once I get towards the end. Oops. Okay. So, at the beginning of this room, you need to go in, and there's a disappearing block right in the middle of the room. You need to wait just enough to where the bat, you can just barely hit the bat when you jump forward, and that's your cue. You know that you did it right. You need to buffer your input to get across. When you get across, you're going to go through the tunnel to get into this area. You're just going to jump down in that first area on the left to hit the switch, go back up and to the right, then again go down to the right, back up. Now there are 2 disappearing blocks in the area that I'm standing in currently, one above me, one below me, in the middle column. And if you got through that without stopping, then as I demonstrated, then you won't have an issue with those blocks. If you do stop or get held up in any way, then you won't be able to do that, and you'll have to wait for the audio cue to know if you are safe to jump on the blocks or not. But anyway, let's keep going. This here, we need to kill 2 of these hands. They take 2 hits, and it's random where they spawn. Why can't I get that in a run? But anyway, so you're just going to run forward. This first one should be scripted to be like right here every time. So just run forward, jump up, and 2 attacks, and he's dead. The next one has a chance to spawn behind you. You're hoping that he doesn't. You hope that he spawns in front like that. Like with what happened to me just now. But it won't necessarily, so you have to be prepared for that. So in this next room, we need to jump forward and then go straight up and jump. Kill the dogs in this room. Wow, this is a really weird pattern. Okay, here we need to go up, left, up. Alright, and if you did it right, those mummies will both come down towards you like that, which makes it killing faster, but it is riskier because, you know, the closer they get, the closer they are to hitting you. The reason, again, just like in any other fight that we've had before, your yo-yo returns faster to you when it takes a hit on something. So the closer they are, the faster they will die. Now, on this next room, we just need to hit start and swap to the scepter. We picked up the scepter in that dark room previously, which is why we had to go down on that one spot. It is absolutely required to do this. You cannot progress unless you have scepters. If you, for some reason, didn't get the scepters there, you can go to the left, and it's over a screen or two, but you can get a scepter there. But anyway, so we just need to do that, kill the ghosts. Need to do it again here. Again, I am buffering my inputs for this. When I hit start, I am holding down an A, and it'll automatically use the scepter as soon as it can. Now here, I don't want to use the scepter, I just want to kill the dogs. I need to jump here. You need to be very careful because it is absolutely required to get these mirrors in order to get through the next room. So you need to jump there, move over, grab this one. If you don't feel safe about doing that, because if you go one tile too far, you'll go in the next room, you can just jump down and grab it instead, but I'm going to swap to this. And the only way that you can kill these Wizrobe-like enemies is by using the mirror. Okay, so now this next room is something that you'll want to practice a bit. There are only 2 mummies in this room that you do not need to kill. You need to kill all the other ones. And keep track of the other 2 so that you don't kill them by mistake and waste time. The 2 that you don't need to kill are the 2 that are on the bottom left, bottom right here, as soon as I enter, so you just need to keep track of them and not kill them. But I'm first going to go up as far as I can, and then kill the first mummy here. So again, right now the 2 that I don't want to kill are in the middle. One of them is going up on my left, the other one is down on the bottom right currently. I need to kill this guy in the middle right here, still. Yeah, I kind of got in a bad situation there where one of the mummies followed me and it put them in awkward positioning, but that's something that you'll have to just get used to as you play through it. Here I'm going to switch to the mirrors because I have to kill 4 more Wizrobe enemies. One more. There you are. It is better to use the yo-yo here rather than the bolas because you need the bolas for the boss. But once you kill all the enemies, you want to switch back to the mirror, and you'll go to fight Maxi. Now, a lot of people like to pause here and just start the fight right away. I personally like to go in and then go right here, and then use the scepter, because that makes it so that when I start the fight, I can immediately start throwing stuff at him. Okay, that was actually a very smooth fight. It's actually very random as to which direction he will go, so you may have to chase him around a bit. He may not want to come towards your corner that you're in. That was just very good luck that I got right there, to where he just decided to come and stay where I could hit him the whole time. Alright, here we need to jump forward 1, and then jump on it 3 times. Do not jump forward at all, otherwise you will die and have to do part of the dungeon again. I'm going to go ahead and include the Shikola area with this part of the video as well. So here I just need to hold right, get the crystal ball, buffer the text, and we need to hold up. It's the fastest way to get out of the graveyard. And then hold right. Now again, if you choose to, you'll kind of get laughed at for it. Trust me, I've had it happen. You can get the heart that's down there, but you don't want to necessarily because it'll take a lot of time to get it. So we're going to go to Shikola. We can't actually enter Shikola yet. We need to go over here and around to the back side of it, because only females can enter Shikola, and Mike Jones is not female. However, after we give this old lady her crystal ball back, she tells you your fortune and cross-dresses you. So, you are able to enter Shikola after this point. Now it automatically takes you here. You just need to hold up, talk to this lady, and we are going to go straight in to talk to the queen, who will give us the shooting star. Now the shooting star is going to be very important for the next couple of levels. It's going to do 1.5 damage versus the 1 damage that the yo-yo does. Plus it has a ranged attack with it as well. But you have to have full health currently. You have to have 6 hearts. So, unless you have full health, you cannot use it. So you have to adapt to it in the next levels. This lady right here, I'm going to tell it right now, is a troll. She can move in front of you like that. She's a troll especially when you try to leave, because you do have to talk to this one right here, the head warrior. If you do not talk to her, you cannot progress the game. But oftentimes you want to try and come down here and, you know, try and bypass this lady, but she blocks you off often, so just be aware and try and avoid that if possible. We'll talk to the old hag again. And that's it. Go straight west. And here we just need to jump 10 times. Alright, if you're low on health like I am, you want to grab the hearts till you at least have the shooting star, because it'll make things go much faster and smoother in this and the next dungeon. This small dungeon right here has a very high drop rate. That's unusual for that Octot to go there, but be aware of it in any case. I can now kill these guys in one hit. Okay, so this next room, there's a bit of a pattern that we want to do to it. We want to go in a few squares, and then we need to go down one, and then back to the right, and it'll spawn 3 of those mud skipper enemies that we can kill simultaneously. Like that. Now we have one more that we still have to kill, and that's the end of it. That's the end of that dungeon. Very short. It has a very high drop rate, so if you feel the need to farm for life, please do so, because the shooting star is very, very, very valuable in the next dungeon. I did not mention earlier in any of my videos, 4 stars will equal a heart as well. So those will, again, there's a high drop rate to get you some hearts here. Alright, I'm going to cut this video off here and go to the next one then.